Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Today another popular flagship versus flagship killer fight. Pixel 6 is Google's flagship this year with their own Tensor Chip, while Poco F3 is the affordable flagship killer from Xiaomi, rocking the famous Snapdragon 870. Both of these phones are top of the line in terms of specs, and both are really good gaming phones. They say that the Tensor chip is lower than Snapdragon 888, so I think the Snapdragon 870 of Poco F3 is the perfect match. We'll see. We will check synthetic benchmarks, boot up, screen refresh rate, application load time, and network download and upload speed to see what the difference are and who's better. Who will win? Hey! Don't forget to subscribe, my friend. Let's go! Before we start, a quick price comparison. Poco F3 is around $300+, while Pixel 6 is around $699. Let's start with our first test, a synthetic benchmark using Geekbench 5. We close all open apps before we begin. While waiting, these are the specs of two phones. We're also speeding up the video. So after almost 3 minutes, both of them finished this test. Yeah, in terms of raw performance, I think this is a perfect match or a close fight. Checking the synthetic benchmark, Poco F3 has a score of 986 in single core and 2964 in multi-cores, while Pixel 6 has 1044 in single core and 2916 in multi-cores. Poco F3 won on multi-cores while Pixel 6 in single core. Let's see who will be faster in real-world test. Next is boot up test. We will turn off both phones and turn it back on to see who is faster. Operating system, network connectivity, and boot up animation may affect how fast this is. So there you go, Pixel 6 is slightly faster than Poco F3. I think the stock Google experience of Pixel 6 is kicking in, although Poco F3 is almost stock Google too. Pixel 6 is the winner here. Next test is screen refresh rate. This affects the smoothness of the home screen and more for user experience. The smoother the transition, the faster it feels. Checking the screen technology of both phones, Poco F3 has a faster 120Hz screen, while Pixel 6 only has 90Hz. Still, anything above 60Hz is better, but for the sake of comparison, Poco F3 is the winner here. Aside from the higher refresh rate of Poco F3, it is also brighter at 1300 nits. Okay, disclaimer, the next 3 parts will be a little long and boring because it's a test, but I hope you stick around because it's the most important part of this video and will determine our verdict. Ready? Let's go! Next is opening of apps. So we have 3 categories: light apps, medium apps, and heavy apps. Light apps are for casual users that don't do heavy tasks on their phones. These are mostly pre-installed apps for productivity, like calendar and clock. Pixel 6 is faster on phones. It's a tie on messaging. It's almost a tie on settings. It's a tie on clock. It's a tie on Chrome browser. It's a tie on gallery. And it's a tie on calendar. Now let's try to relaunch these apps. So, at this point where both has flagship grade specs, I doubt there will be differences in performance. For casual users, the cheaper Poco F3 will be of better value. Next is medium apps. These are essentially light apps but needing network connectivity with multiple functionality like social networking apps. These are for average users. It's a tie on YouTube. Pixel 6 is slightly faster on Facebook. It's a tie on Messenger. It's almost a tie on Amazon. Pixel 6 is definitely faster on eBay. And it's a tie on Kijiji. Now let's try to relaunch these apps. So for average users, same thing as casual users, maybe a little faster on some apps on Pixel 6, but is it worth $300 difference? And lastly, heavy apps that need processing power, faster refresh rate, and stable internet connectivity. Let's see if the benchmark scores are showing on real-world tests. Pixel 6 is faster on Mobile Legends. Poco F3 is definitely faster on PUBG. Poco F3 is faster on Candy Crush. It's almost a tie on 8-Ball Pool. Again, it's almost a tie on Temple Run. And Poco F3 is slightly faster on Pokemon Go. Now let's try to relaunch these apps. So for heavy users, this is a close fight. It's a mixed result but sometimes favoring Poco F3. I also thought that Mobile Legends might be faster on Poco F3 because I already loaded my user data there, so it picks up where I left off. I think price to performance ratio, Poco F3 is still the winner here. And for our last test, the network speed test, we will check the download and upload speed when connected to the Wi-Fi. We will test one phone at a time. So, checking the result, Poco F3 has 278 Mbps download speed and 16.1 Mbps upload speed, while Pixel 6 only has 72.1 Mbps download speed and 9.57 Mbps upload speed. Again, Poco F3 is faster on both download and upload speed, so Poco F3 is the winner here. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? Poco F3 or Pixel 6? This speed comparison is only half of the story. Poco F3 is faster and cheaper, but Pixel 6 has a better camera and Google support. Let's break this down. Recommendations. I will recommend Poco F3 for people on a budget. Speed-wise, it will be the same. The difference is coming from the camera and Google support. I will compare the camera of these phones next time. And I'll recommend Pixel 6 for people who wants the latest Pixel phone with great sets of cameras and performs as fast as the other flagship competitors. It's lagging a little bit behind but almost the same in real life. Whatever your buying decision is, it's yours to make. We're just here to show what you would get from them. I think in sheer speed, Snapdragon 870 of Poco F3 is faster, but for overall performance, still Google Pixel 6 will give you a better value. It is fast and has great cameras. And I'll continue to review and compare these two phones in our channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one.